Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today we are talking about Daredevil Born Again, Episode 7, Art for Art's Sake.
Who's Art?
This was just another kind of meh episode, in my opinion.
I'm with you on the meh.
I can agree.
Hopefully there's good stuff on the horizon, so we hear.
I think like a lot happened in this episode, but
If there was any true setup episode going forward, this was it.
This should have been the pilot. Like, you have to add shit, of course,
Yeah.
but like, if this had been the pilot and like there was just more setup for it, it would actually be a good, like, it wouldn't be a great episode, I don't think, but like, I think I'd be more interested in the show.
Right.
I'm actually upset that they killed off Muse.
Yeah.
I mean,
As far as we know.
as far as we know, I
yeah,
guess. Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
suppose.
sure he's
Yeah.
supposed to be in season 2. So
Okay.
Yeah, he'll come back as
I mean,
new and
as
improved.
bad as he is, he's a great character, and I think they did a great job with the costume and everything else. And I
It's
just,
not
the
yet-
actor too. is
the
kinda
actor's
creepy.
pretty good. Yeah, he's kind of creepy. Yeah.
I feel like the
Yep.
character was kind of like just ruined this episode because
Yeah.
like we just got like a shitty motivation. Like,
it's just so rushed.
Yeah.
Everything.
It felt
Exactly.
rushed, yeah.
Everything in this episode is
Yeah.
rushed, but God, his storyline is just...
he just feels like a
Not
villain of
there.
the week. I saw a reviewer say that it feels like a late Dexter villain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay, and I never watched Dexter, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be worse than that, in my opinion. He's not there, and then we get this whole thing where it's like, you're the reason that I do the art.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
so-
which that
like-
was kind of odd because they actually built him pretty good through the whole
I completely
season
disagree.
so far. I kind of think they did. And
How
then,
did they build him?
Well,
There's
slowly.
this
I mean,
whole
you saw
fucking payoff where he's like, "You're the reason I
but
do this."
That's what I mean, and they ruined it in that. But I'm talking about from the first
I mean,
episode
maybe,
all
like,
the way through.
teasing
They
him a
started
little
doing
bit.
this tease build that I thought was great, and then they just blew it up in front of us. It was
There's
just silly.
no dialogue between him and her
No.
throughout any of the episodes, so I don't know how he could have been built.
it's literally like the one episode beforehand we actually know that Muse is a person that
Yes.
exists. And then there's also in episode 2. Like, I don't think anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, so you just had little glimpse, and we had an idea that he was going to be there.
I mean, like,
So-
You're just
and-
missing like his entire arc, though.
All I know
No.
is I take that origin is I love my parents. I kill everybody. It's like, how do you drop this shit on us like that?
But you got introduced to him through so you saw him carrying bodies or whatever, and the first time he blood from the guy that was on the table. You saw the art. They were talking about the art, but then nobody knew what it was or what the connection was. Then they made the connection to the art and the blood. So that build was sort of there of this character coming in, and then that last episode they just threw it on you. Who it is? You know everything about the guy from top to bottom, and then boom, blew it up.
They went A to Z with
Yeah.
him. There's no...
I was really
through fucking
digging the
life.
fact, like you said, with the murals.
Yeah.
They could have played that up so much and made it more intense. We found 40 more murals or 20 more murals. That means there's another 100 people that he's been.
yeah.
you know.
And that's the point. There's no suspense at all in this.
No,
so
it was
far.
kind of like,
No
60?
anywhere.
Okay. I got to stop him. Okay. 40 minutes later, we stopped him.
Yeah.
I like the details of like Matt touches Heather's face in the beginning of the episode and then ultimately finds the drawings with her face, and that's how he kind of puts that together.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, why
Yeah.
did Muse make these drawings?
I kind of hate the part where it like flashes back to 15 minutes ago in that episode where like
What do you mean?
like we didn't need a flashback to him touching
yeah.
her face.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it's the same episode and like we saw the picture.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's funny because that's what I even said to him when we were watching the episode. He touched her face. He's going to figure this out. Like we knew like right away that was going to happen.
Yeah, I don't dislike that itself. It's just like the whole point of the pictures being there is like,
Yeah.
it's just stupid because they have no build up to what their relationship is between
Yeah.
her as his therapist.
And there was like 15 people collecting stuff.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't they take that? It's right there on the fucking desk. But they're taking
Yeah.
posters off the walls, this and that.
Well,
and
he
all-
had to
they
walk
just
out of
leave
that set so that Daredevil could somehow suspend from the ceiling,
Yeah.
which is like kind of funny and like comic-y, but I don't know how Daredevil suspended from that
How
ceiling.
about Detective Powell showing up at the exact right moment?
to get knocked out and then waking up and then just making a phone call.
Yeah. I just like, again, I just hate the trope of just somebody gets knocked out and then no brain damage or anything. Like, he woke up hours later.
Able to make a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see a lump on his head.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
no discernible marks on his face or head or anything.
No. I hated the parallel scene between like Detective Kim just giving the lame exposition and like the therapy scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I didn't really care about the character. I'll say that. Like, I know you guys liked him, but I don't know. He just didn't connect.
You're
with me
talking
at all.
about Muse?
Yeah.
I like.
mean,
I
there's
even last
nothing to
episode.
attach to,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
No, they didn't give us much.
I think he's a cool idea of a villain,
Yeah.
and like he had some cool moments, but I really can't believe the way that they concluded the whole therapy thing without starting it.
Yeah.
I mean, they introduced us to it. Oh, I need a therapist,
I think you
and
were
there's just
saying
no meat.
you
of
weren't
that,
even sure if
you
that
know?
was his first visit with her or.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing
no.
is the therapist like an ex-military person? Like, what the fuck? She put 3 rounds in him like it's
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
while bleeding out of her fucking arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was good grouping.
Yeah,
For,
what the?
yeah.
Just like, so Hector Ayala's niece fucking lost half the blood in her body.
Yeah.
And she was awake like hours later. And then Heather fucking lost like some.
Yeah.
But like, she was like passing out immediately. It's
Yeah.
just
I
insane.
honestly, the fact that all they did was took fucking Ayala to the hospital
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
I get it, but
It's just like so easy to write giving her.
the amulet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or at least showing that she had it on.
Which I thought would have been a so much better storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I feel like it's the obvious thing to do, but at the same time, it's like the thing you should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you gave us wasn't any better.
That's just like, okay, that's just playing it very straight,
It's just-
kind of.
It's just all terrible, lazy writing all the way through so far, and I just and you see these glimpses of, oh yeah, that's the superhero we like. Oh yeah, that's a great, but nothing really has suspense or connection or anything.
I'm wondering, like, at this point, how much of it is lazy writing and how much of it is just like, we gotta fucking piece all this together.
Yeah.
I mean, why else would fucking Heather be like connected to fucking everybody important in the show so far?
It's
Yeah,
so
I hate
strange
her.
that
I really do.
they like build her up as being this like central hub type of character that every story should intertwine through,
Yeah.
and yet it all still feels so fucking disjointed.
But and now I have to feel that she has to be a mark to the
Mark?
She has to be a mark to Fisk and his entourage of goons because she actually knows who killed Muse or put him down. She did it, but now they're saying that the task force did it.
She also
You know?
is on to Matt, possibly, about being Daredevil.
Possible, yeah. I think that because
I mean,
especially the way that he
Keys.
leaned in and was talking to her in the hospital.
Well, she was like, she saw him like fucking beaten, bleeding in the shower, and then
She's piecing it together.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then she was like, Daredevil knew my name.
Yeah.
So
and then he sort of leaned in and had that same affect on his
kind of
voice
like
when he's
what
talking
you said
to her
though.
in the
Like they
hospital.
do details great. Like I like the fact that you can kind of see on Matt's face that he's not okay with the fact that she fucking killed
yeah.
him. I think that stuff's good. I think like I don't know, all the little pieces like are there. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird that all the little details are there, and then like the big structural story
Yeah, they
parts
go
are
off in a
missing.
weird-
Yeah, but he's
direction.
even grappled with that heat of passion of the moment, and he knows how to control it better because he knows he's not a killer. He doesn't want to be that.
Yeah.
But she was in that moment, and she had the gun, and she had that heat of passion, and she put him down.
Yeah, the whole reason that Matt was not Daredevil this season is because like someone died, and then like he
Yeah.
was brought to what he thought was killing somebody,
Yeah.
but then like he didn't kill
Well,
anybody.
He sort of did. The guy just didn't die.
Yeah,
But the guy was thrown off a building.
But like, yeah, like everyone knows that he didn't
Yeah.
die now, and like
Nah.
Matt,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's like it's still like a cop out thing to like
Yeah.
not have him die because like he made the action. He wanted him to die.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
He-
also a cop out
Yeah.
to just like the fact that he's not dead now, and just be like, oh, like Foggy died, so like that's why I'm not Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that I actually murdered a man who just didn't die. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
just
know
seems
he
like
could.
there's-
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
It doesn't
greater
carry.
payoff to that choice. And I guess the fucking payoff to it was like, we'll just get Hector killed too, and then
Yeah.
no one will talk about
That
it.
I mean, that's still I shake my head with that because that's so outside of what Matt.
It's
Yeah.
just outside of fucking any human logic, really.
Yeah.
But you're correct. It's just not something that Matt Murdock
No,
would ever do.
Matt Murdock is about you first.
Any
Yeah.
iteration of the character.
And-
100%.
yeah, right.
And there,
Exactly.
even this iteration of the character, there's writing that directly contradicts that action.
And we were saying last night when the cops came in after and they found the body and they find her.
Yeah.
That was the perfect opportunity for Fisk to say, what? Even though they know she shot him,
Yeah.
whatever. Fucking Daredevil. All these
Yeah.
mass vigilantes
Or hunting each
murdered.
other.
I mean, even though Muse was the bad guy, you can't have vigilantes going around killing
Murdering
people.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
You know.
absolutely
Justice
just
wasn't
hate, like,
served.
They are not making Kingpin as much as a liar as like
No.
he should be. Like
Yeah.
he's doing surface level like lying. Like
Where it was like, and yeah, he was here,
Yeah.
and then like,
Who?
no,
Yeah.
nobody was here.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I feel like they're overthinking it. It feels like they wanted a big supervillain for the series, and working backwards from there, they make Kingpin take the credit, but they don't add any other instances of Kingpin trying to undermine vigilantes before that point.
Right.
It's all just him directly saying that vigilantes are bad. He never assigns the blame of bad things in the city on them. I just need him to lie more and heavier.
Yeah,
And-
you made a great point that like, why would he just have the task force be like, yeah, we fucking brutally
shot-
murdered this
Yeah,
guy.
We
yeah.
killed him.
Yeah.
We killed him. Everything's safe now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the perfect opportunity to point the fucking finger at these people.
I
And
agree.
The other little thing, though, that bothers me is Kingpin knows exactly who Daredevil is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So he doesn't have to wait to take it out on him when he's in the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can just go find Matt Murdock and fuck with him.
Yeah, he
You
can
know.
fucking ruin his life
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
day if
Oh,
he
yeah.
wanted to.
You know? And I understand, it took me 10 years to build this business and he beat up all these.
Maybe they don't want to replay the story beats of the last Spider-Man movie. Like that's kind of what I was thinking was like maybe that's why they don't want to do the whole Matt Murdock's identity thing because like how do you fucking come back from that?
Yeah.
They're already kind of like written into a corner with that as is because he knows who he is.
It's a great story arc in the comics, but like I don't even remember or like really like the way it wrapped up.
Yeah.
Him like his secret identity being revealed, but like it's a great thing. And like the thing with it that means Marvel is never gonna do it is that fucking Kingpin, like he kills Kingpin in it. So
doesn't he become Kingpin for a
yeah,
bit?
as pretty much. So like Kingpin would not be in the show, and that's how they would do it.
Well, Vincent D'Onofrio already said that he can't be in a Spider-Man movie because of the rights.
Because of the rights.
Yeah.
So who knows what that's about?
Well, I mean, he can't be it until Sony lets him, I guess.
I guess, yeah. So.
One more thing. Fucking, why doesn't Heather have a secretary? Like, she's an author. Like,
Yeah.
I doubt she has the time to like be doing this shit all by herself.
The building she's in is empty?
Yeah, like what was that? They came in from downstairs to come upstairs. It's not a build like she owns or rents this entire building
She's
herself.
getting fucking slammed across the walls.
Nobody
Yeah.
else is there,
one-
right? I was
That
saying
was
heard her?
just
she
bizarre.
should have been screaming at the
Yeah.
top of her lungs so
You know what
somebody
the-
could have.
The
Yeah.
fucking funniest thing about Kingpin being like, these vigilantes are brutal is just like, they smash through the window.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
oh, it's an infrastructure.
Fucking, I know by like you said Kingpin can just like fuck with Matt, but like I know you mean like him just like killing him or something, but like I don't know. I'm just picturing him fucking like signing him
Just
up for like
setting
spam
him up
mail.
and putting him in
Yeah.
jail.
No, like, no, it's not even just killing him. He
No,
could
just
Yeah, I know.
just
but
fucking like ruin his law practice.
Yeah.
He could, yeah.
just put him in jail. Make up false charges
Yeah.
and stick him in jail so he's not out swinging at night.
Yeah.
You know.
He could
But-
do fucking anything.
Missed opportunity.
And he could do it without telling anybody.
Yeah,
else either.
yeah.
It's not like that guy's Daredevil. We got to put Matt Murdock in.
Yeah, on that point, who sanctioned that he can have this task force?
No, nobody. He just made.
I mean, he just introduced them to everybody after this murder.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's the anti-vigilante.
I don't know. It seems like every fucking thing that he's wanted to do so far, like you have to go through a bunch of rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I have a task force. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're not. They stopped showing obviously the Punisher tattoos.
Yeah.
Which I thought would have been a big thing to carry through, since now you gave us a little bit of the Punisher.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think all of them are the Punisher guys.
Probably,
But then again,
I would
like
assume.
it's the same issue from last week where it's like you shouldn't have to guess that, kind of.
I know,
Or
but
assume it, I guess. But I do want to bring up this theory that I saw somebody post online that they're probably fucking right, and I hate it. So Adam
right.
is still alive. Just he's been in that cage and he's been getting his ass kicked. Adam is an artist that so maybe he becomes
Muse.
the next Muse after escaping.
I hope not.
I fucking saw that and I was like, God, you're probably right and you're a
not.
genius. but I fucking hate the fact that you're so right.
Yeah.
Because, like, how else are they bringing back Muse? Like, I know in the comics, like, becomes, like, a fucking ghost and, like, goes to hell and then, like, comes back.
Yeah,
And he has powers.
I was wondering that. Right?
I would rather something like that where, like,
Yeah, but
it's more mystical
nobody's
because that's,
been
like, a cool thing to introduce.
I know. I know. I agree with you.
And it wouldn't be the first time they introduced mystical stuff. I mean, last or the other.
I mean, we have a fucking
Iteration.
amulet.
We have,
that,
we
you
have an
know,
amulet.
Yeah, we have an
a
amulet in
mystical
this one.
Yeah.
The last iteration of this
Electra is reborn.
Exactly.
Yeah, the hand
Yeah.
can do that shit. So.
Yeah.
Although, like, the hand probably was the worst part of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the original show.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, though, introducing sillier, less grounded shit to this universe.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So,
I would agree.
because they exist within the greater MCU, whether they
Yeah.
True.
want to or not. They kind of, aside from just acknowledging that, like, Miss Marvel fucking exists in
Yeah.
the same universe as Daredevil.
I hated what they tried to do. You know me, I'm all about levels of skill and power and stuff like that. Daredevil, in most of the fights he's had, should have been a lot more dominant.
But he was a Taekwondo
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah, but he was fucking 16.
Just the fact that they had to add that in
It
Yeah.
killed me.
annoyed me because it don't fucking matter. He could be he could be the master of
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Unless you're Shang-Chi or Iron Fist, you're not fucking with this guy.
Yeah.
Stick, right?
Yeah,
That-
stick.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
one that-
Stick.
Stick toward him, whatever, 100 million different types of.
Fighting styles, yeah.
So at least in
Fucking
this
kid
episode,
can't see shit, and he was locked in a basement for fucking 20 years doing this shit, guys. You can't touch him.
I felt at least this episode, the scenes were a little more him being dominant over.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got to talk about the fight scene.
Yeah.
There's elements of it that I think are cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that he's using the grappling hook. He fucking shoots it through his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't fuck with the people I care about. And he was pretty brutal.
Yeah,
in this
which I
fight.
loved it.
This scene has more cuts, I think,
Oh, really?
than that
Yeah.
fucking scene
Yeah.
from Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, holy fuck, dude. There's just every next movement in this fight is a cut.
Yeah.
It's so jarring to
Yeah,
watch.
it is. It's true. It wasn't the smoothest fight.
No, not even close. I thought the one that was downstairs in Muse's lair was a lot better.
Right.
I don't think that one was like really great, but God, this
Yeah,
one
that
was
one didn't
so
show his dominance. I
bad.
mean,
He
Muse
got his ass kicked.
Muse
then,
got
pretty
no.
much.
Muse got his ass kicked, but he got in. He was there too long. He was
Yeah.
standing upright too long.
Yeah. This one was like a fucking whirlwind to watch.
Yeah, and you're right. It was very choppy.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
Agreed.
I happened to watch the scene of the Defenders. All right, where they kind of first meet in that office building. I don't know if anybody's seen
Yep,
it, but
yep.
the four of them are there.
Yeah.
And Matt winds up fighting Elektra.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was so well choreographed and the moves, and she's got two blades.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
she's coming at him with. It was so much better than what they've been
Yeah.
showing
Yeah.
us now.
I even thought like before we get to that point in that fight, just the four of them kind of making their way through the hallway.
Right.
I thought was cool.
Was
Oh yeah.
great. Jessica
Yeah.
Jones. I mean,
And
you know,
like, how many times can they play the Daredevil hallway fight
right.
thing? Which
Right.
I applaud them, I guess, for trying to do something different. I just think the first fight with Muse was a better attempt at it.
Yeah.
This one was just
That-
rough.
The only thing that annoyed me with that scene from the Defenders was listening to Danny Rand talk. That I'm the Iron Fist from Kunlun, and I'm saying to myself, and it's not him. It's the writing. The writing was just so. I don't
His
know.
whole show had that right. I could
Yeah,
not watch
right,
that
the
show.
entire thing. I know.
not
He
watch that
wants
show.
another shot.
Ugh.
He thinks if he
I'd give
said
it to
if
him,
he had
because-
good writing.
Physically, he looks like Danny Rand should, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyway, Daredevil. Yeah,
Another
the
fight that
choppy
I saw
scenes.
it get compared to was the fight in that, similarly, an office building between Dex and Matt. When Matt's in the street clothes version of the
Right.
Daredevil suit,
Right.
Dex is wearing his suit.
Right.
That one's just so much smoother too.
Yeah.
Dude, like, give me camera movement and
Right.
fluidity
Right.
to the fight. Instead of having to jump to new points of it. And that fight, even too, that I'm mentioning, like, has some cuts in it, but nowhere near as egregious as this
Yeah.
one.
Agreed.
All right.
Surprised you didn't hop in talking
I
about.
don't
the
know. I
cuts.
don't
Nothing
like.
to add.
It's
to
just
it.
so fucking repetitive to me.
Yeah.
The Vanessa betraying Luca. Do you think she knew? That's really the only thing I'm interested in
Oh,
this
she-
episode.
She had to have him
Yeah.
hit whacked. Was she ever going to go against Kingpin?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I feel like they tried to leave it as ambiguous as possible.
Right.
But I don't know. In my opinion, there's a certain level of like film literature that you have to have.
And she's not stupid.
Yeah.
She knows that she can't.
I mean,
She knows what he's like.
fucking like she would be dead next
Yeah.
episode.
She learned from him.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows what he is.
And like kind of just feel like she has no reason to fucking do that.
It was a nice line, though. You asking for my permission or my help?
My help.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I was like, yeah, no.
No, I see it as a
It
setup.
was Beaumonte's, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
that's
That's
what
what we were talking about.
That's
I said
my neighborhood.
we have to go
Yeah.
there because that's a great place, and
Oh,
it's
my
been there
God.
for 100 years.
It's got a reputation.
It does.
It's over 100 years, same
Yeah.
family owned.
yeah,
and-
yeah. So we
Yeah,
got
it's
to
a
do that.
great place.
I liked that scene. I
thought that was cool.
A good
Yeah, I
highlight
thought
for
that
the
was cool.
episode.
Speaking of locations, I guess I saw a detail where the bank from episode 5 actually is the same bank from the movie Inside Man.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is?
I-
Yeah?
I-
It's just like
I
so
thought-
obviously just stealing that plot.
That's funny because I remember the steps walking up.
Yeah,
into the
like I was like,
bank,
oh, I guess
yeah,
maybe multiple New York banks have that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, this episode not it for me.
Do you see what I mean by like early on in like episode 1 and 2 or 3? Like I was saying that like I'm not sure that there was many plots that like can't be solved in a day. Like
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying. I think I still enjoy those first 4 episodes more than most people. I think once we hit 5, the ship has sunk quicker and quicker, and it's made the issues that were easier to sweep under the rug earlier on more apparent to me.
yeah. Like I don't even know like what is even gonna happen in episode 8 and 9. Like we don't have anything
have no
to
idea.
care about.
Yeah, there's no
Perhaps in the
storyline
end.
Well,
carrying
so
Well, that's what I'm
Saying
hoping.
earlier.
I hope something happens in this that we turn back and say it was worthwhile
So
waiting and going through these first 7 because
yeah, I mean,
from episode 1 to episode 7, there is no straight line of anything going through this.
well, there's nothing
There's no connection
really
between any of them.
carrying over into
No.
episode 9
No.
aside from
Muse's dead.
Matt has to go up against this task force now because are they
But
And-
why?
are they even like a threat to vigilantes?
I was gonna
They're
say,
kinda
but
just,
why
like,
would
taking
he-
their
And
credit.
the head of the task force knows exactly who he is.
But what I'm saying is like they're not even really like a threat to one another.
No,
They're
yeah,
kind of
exactly,
just taking
yeah.
the credit.
why
Well,
would
yeah,
he
that's
have
right.
to suit up to go against them?
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
never suited up again, it's not like they're out murdering people.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, but it's not like they're that.
Yeah.
They
Except-
might be bad cops, but
Yeah.
Except for the fact that Fisk knows there are 2 people still alive that know the truth.
Do you think fucking Detective Powell is gonna like figure it out that Daredevil Powell?
Powell.
Fucking if anything happens, I feel like Detective Powell is just gonna get killed.
Powell.
I mean, we still don't know who murdered White Tiger.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
They
only
left
question
that,
we
yeah.
that's
left
still
that-
up in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a few more questions up in the air.
Well, how's he gonna get that fucking paint off the buildings?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Here's what I do know about episode 8. Bullseye is gonna be in it.
Oh, he's
Just-
out.
He's not out, but
But
he's gonna be in
it.
the
Oh.
episode.
There was something like an actual something like cool setup for a trailer like thing that I saw, but like he had like a tooth in his mouth.
like his own tooth
Yeah.
got like knocked out and he had it like holding it in his teeth.
So he's
Like
gonna
from the
spit it at
comics.
somebody.
They could
Yeah.
blind you with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know.
like
Like,
a
I
bullet.
yeah. It is an intriguing. His powers is fucking awesome.
I
Yeah,
fucking
it's
love
amazing.
Bullseye. He's
It'll
like he's
be
a
interesting.
bad fucking person.
Yeah.
So,
In
so he
this
still
and the
has
comics,
his hands bound, but somebody must have hit him and his tooth came out, and now he has a weapon.
I say his powers are awesome, but like there's a fucking Black Panther comic where like he gets sent to Wakanda and pretty much like he doesn't even ever talk to Black Panther, like fight with him. Just like a random guy just like demonstrates that like most like fucking jesters in Wakanda have the same ability.
They
Yeah.
could hit anything.
That's
at
like
any-
the funny thing though, because I feel like Bullseye would just fucking be so distraught about that.
Yeah.
It's like his whole fucking. He just like thinks he's so awesome.
Yeah.
Also, he could like do shit like that. Both D'Onofrio and
Good
Charlie
call.
Cox, and as also apparently a bunch of reviewers that got to watch it early, all said that their favorite 2 episodes were 8 and 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Should be the end of the season.
8 and 9.
Yeah.
It's I don't think it's supposed to be releasing at once, is it?
No,
No.
it's 2 weeks I think.
Okay.
The Loki director is officially now from here on out.
Okay.
I said to you, I like of course they're gonna say that the last that you want people to watch the end. So
It's more
I
It
agree. It's more that
matters-
they're not saying it's bad.
No. I'm saying it matters more that the reviewers
I mean,
said that 8 and 9.
I
are
don't know.
probably
I feel like
better.
reviewers, like early reviewers, usually are slanted to being positive, just so that they can fucking keep getting to see movies early.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like at least shit's gonna happen. That's at least exciting.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, we'll see. It would be a fucking like X-Men Days of Future Past level miracle if they could tie this all up with a
Yeah.
bow.
Mhm.
So
I don't think they're going to.
7 episodes in, I'm not impressed. I'm sorry.
No,
no, I agree.
I think it got worse along, and I have to agree with AJ. The first 4, I think, were better than
Yeah,
what's
looking
happened
at
after.
it
Yeah.
now, yeah.
It's just like again, like the Spider-Man show is so fucking good,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and just like 20-minute episodes. Like
This
Yeah.
show, Daredevil, would have really benefited from being able to be 18 episodes. This last episode felt like we rushed through about like 3 to 5 episodes that really deserved their own time.
Well, even the one in the bank was another one that was rushed along and had stupid scenes that just took too long also.
Yeah. That probably would have worked better in an 18 episode thing too, because you probably would have earned
Yeah.
the non-connecting
Mm-hmm.
kind of one-off thing. But just in the middle of what has already been going on with this, it's, I don't know.
I am a little curious about one thing. He laid out the mat like he was going to take her someplace. I wonder where he was going to take her.
Yeah.
He actually had to have something set up
Yeah, he doesn't have
I
his lair
thought-
anymore.
I thought he was going to do what happened to him
on,
on the mat, on the floor.
yeah?
I thought that he was just
because I
gonna-
heard her say, now you're going to kidnap me and whatever.
Yeah.
But I
Because
was
like
curious.
he dies being like a performance piece. I thought that's what he was going to do to her. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. They
It
rushed
doesn't
through
matter
him.
anymore.
just fucking-
Maybe we would have known if they fucking built up to it and we had more than one therapy session.
Yeah, that's just another tension thing. But like, I'm just thinking of fucking Adam like finding Muse's lair like a fucking Green Goblin. Scene.
I have to paint.
Adam's a dead fucking character. We have no history on him except
Yeah.
that maybe he slept with Vanessa.
There's
And-
one more thing I want to bring up. That the dead character, no history thing made me think fucking Cherry has
Yeah.
just become
Oh, yeah.
such a nothing character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like what happened
what-
there? No, he was so good in the first couple of
Because,
episodes.
like,
Fucking annoying now.
They
Ever since he was in that van with the whole red
the
herring
problem with
thing.
Cherry is that they turned him into a character where it's like his entire premise is based on a history that is neither shown nor exists.
Right.
Yeah.
It would be so much better if they were able to get Mahoney back, who was the DA by
Right.
the end of Daredevil.
Right.
If he came back, he was like, "Yeah, I'm retired, and now I'm gonna be kind of Matt's guy in the chair or whatever." Like they have a history where it's like you should fucking stop being Daredevil because he knew him kind of on both sides of that. He actually has the history that they're telling me Cherry does, and I don't care about Cherry's opinion because that history doesn't exist.
Why doesn't Cherry want him to suit up anyway?
Fucking have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's his whole thing is, I told you not to suit up,
Yeah.
you know. Well, what the fuck did you tell me in the first place?
It's
what
it's
was
like the same
happening?
thing as like Foggy, where it's like in the Netflix show, like it makes sense when Foggy's telling him to do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're buds, they're friends.
Yeah,
they're,
and
you
it's
know.
like Foggy constantly covers for him and shit.
Yeah.
And also, like, they don't. He has a point when he's like, Matt, we don't need you fucking putting yourself in harm's way when we have a
Yeah.
client.
And I can understand Foggy being genuinely concerned
Yeah.
about Matt getting hurt. He's always showing up back at
Because
the house
because he
with
cares
bruises
about
and-
him and because like
Right.
it actually
Correct.
could interfere with their job.
Cherry's like,
I feel like the whole setup is that like he fucking saw him almost kill somebody
yeah, but
or like want to kill somebody.
look
and,
who
like,
he
that,
almost
yeah, I'm
killed.
just saying like
Yeah.
there's
The
no
guy that
explanation.
killed-
I'm not saying it's good. It's just like
But we didn't see the build of their relationship, even after the year after the
Yeah.
Foggy's death and all that. There had to be a relationship build there, but they just never gave it to us.
time jumps are just fucking like always an impossible thing to do.
I actually feel
almost.
bad for his partner. We haven't
Yeah.
really seen much of her either.
No.
And I like her as a character. I
Is
think
that
she's a good.
Detective Kim? Is that
No.
who you're talking about?
No. His
partner,
Cherry's
the law
partner.
Kristen.
The law firm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then even she's like, "Ah, you gotta fucking cue me in on this shit. It's like, I don't fucking care about either of you.
She called the police on herself.
Yeah.
She's fucking been in prison since then.
Yeah. I don't.
Why do I care about Daniel Blake threatening BB if we have never seen something be hard for Fisker's aides due to the BB reports? Also, no BB report this episode.
No.
Thank God.
Yeah, the only thing connected to BB was when she walked in the office and saw, what's his name, sitting in Fisk's chair.
I don't like him either.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I
him.
don't like
I
Yeah.
think he's probably my favorite new character.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. He's at least like semi-developed.
He's just annoying.
Yeah. I mean,
personally.
Like,
he's
what's his
like,
point?
yeah,
I think he's gonna just be like Fisk's son.
I guess, but
mini me.
Yeah, but like right now, I don't see him as evil. I don't see him as good.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of see him as a kiss ass.
Yeah.
But he still has a conscience. I don't know.
Forgive me for saying it, but he does. He has a hit me face.
Yeah. Yeah,
he has
basically.
a hit me face.
I don't know. Sometimes he does shit that's like, oh, that's James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
It's the same way that, like, all right, that was our review for Daredevil Born Again, episode 7. Fart for fart's sake. This show stinks.
Let's just hope it picks up. And
I don't know. I got high hopes for the next 2 episodes, despite it all.
I mean, like, I guess for a show that has no setup, the people who did Loki probably are the best people because, like, they're good at individual episodes at least.
Yeah.
So do you think we're going to get a new villain, or you think they're going to continue with the anti?
My assumption is that they're just going to the task force is just going to turn Hell's Kitchen to a military state. And because what else could they do?
And Frank's gonna come out and kill them all.
Yeah. What else could they do? Or Bullseye gets out and there's a huge... I have no idea.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I know.
Or maybe, like, Matt will save a bunch of people, and then the task force will be like, we did that. And then he'll be like, come on, guys, that's not fair. Because I don't know what else.
And maybe then a camera will show up.
I just want to say
Well,
it's
then-
bad when the 5 of us can't come up with a storyline to
Yeah.
continue.
Hey,
what
we
was
had
going
one
on.
up to this point.
We
We
had-
fucking
we
had
had-
predictions
yeah.
that were genuine.
That's what I mean.
And
Like, I was
this-
kind of interested in seeing, like, oh, fucking whoever's leading the police force now, that guy is like, oh, he's gonna get killed by the Punishers, but, like, I don't know, it doesn't even matter anymore because he's
It's
just
sad.
fucking completely subservient.
I mean, we were sitting here with the Penguin, watching the Penguin series, and we were like, "Oh, next week I think this
Yeah,
is going to
yeah.
happen." To Agatha, same thing. What do you think is going to? And
maybe
like now,
Fisk
I have.
will just be like, I should fuck up Matt Murdock's life, and maybe he'll do that.
I
Send
don't
him mail.
Yeah, sign him up for like horse racing classes.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Hopefully the next 2 are good.